Welcome to Election Night in America 2022 and our coverage of the 2022 Senate elections. These races may reestablish the balance of power in Washington and determine whether or not President Biden may push his agenda through Congress during the latter half of his presidential term. And before the first polls close, let's take a look at our initial Senate map. The Democrats currently hold 36 seats in which they will not have to defend tonight. That means they will have to defend 14 of their seats in the US Senate, while the Republican Party has 20 seats to defend and 30 seats that are not up for re-election. And it is now 7 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have our first poll closing of the night, with polls closing in the states of Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, and Vermont. In the state of Georgia, Raphael Warnock is the projected winner of this key race for the Democratic Party. This is one of the hardest seats for them to defend, and this heavily starts off their night very well, with Raphael Warnock defeating Herschel Walker to win his first full 6-year term in the United States Senate. This comes after he wins 50.1% of the vote, a very narrow majority, but enough to keep him out of a runoff against Walker, and this makes that Raphael Warnock will win his first 6-year term and win his re-election in the state of Georgia. In the state of Indiana, Todd Young is the projected winner and will serve another 6 years in the United States Senate. On top of that, in the state of Kentucky, Rand Paul will continue to serve alongside Mitch McConnell, representing the state of Kentucky, as Rand Paul is the projected winner in his Senate race in the state of Kentucky. In the state of South Carolina, Tim Scott, the junior senator from the state of South Carolina, will continue to serve alongside Lindsey Graham, as he is also the projected winner here in the state of South Carolina. In the state of Vermont, the only Democrat to have ever been elected to the Senate from this state, Patrick Leahy, the president pro tempore, will win his re-election in another 6 years in the United States Senate. The senior-most Democrat in the Senate, Patrick Leahy, wins his re-election. And this puts the Democratic Party up at 38 seats, to the GOP with 33 after our first poll closings of the night. It is now 7:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have two poll closings from the states of North Carolina and Ohio, both with retiring Republican incumbents. In the state of Ohio, Ted Budd is the projected winner, this being a hold now for the Republican Party, as he replaces the retiring Richard Burr. Ted Budd, the projected winner in the state of North Carolina. This comes after he wins a plurality against Sherry Beasley. Although not a majority, this is enough for Ted Budd to become the next United States Senator from the state of North Carolina, defeating Sherry Beasley, the Chief Justice of the North Carolina Supreme Court, who only won 46.5%. Although she put up a very strong fight against Budd tonight, it is not enough for her to become the next United States Senator, as Ted Budd wins his first 6-year term. In the state of Ohio, another victory for the Republican Party, this time with Josh Mandel, who will be replacing the retiring Rob Portman. This is another hold for the GOP, as Josh Mandel will defeat Tim Ryan in the state of Ohio. This comes after Josh Mandel is projected to win 52.6% of the vote, a very strong victory against the congressman from the state of Ohio, Tim Ryan, who has only won 45.1%. Josh Mandel will go to the United States Senate for the first time after tonight. And this puts the Democratic Party up at 38 seats still, to the GOP now up at 35, after our second poll closing of the night. It is now 8 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have our largest poll closing of the night, with polls closing nationwide in the states of Alabama, Connecticut, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Missouri, New Hampshire, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania. In the state of Alabama, Mo Brooks is the projected winner, as he will hold on to this seat for the Republican Party. This is a major win for the GOP, as the retiring Richard Shelby was not going to be able to run for re-election tonight, but Mo Brooks will continue the streak of Republicans in the state of Alabama, as Mo Brooks wins the Senate race here in the state of Alabama. And in the state of Connecticut, Richard Blumenthal will return to the United States Senate, representing the state of Connecticut. Richard Blumenthal, the projected winner in Connecticut. In the state of Florida, the projected winner is Marco Rubio, as he will defeat Val Demings to win his third term in the United States Senate, which will end in 2029. Marco Rubio, the former runner-up in the 2016 GOP nomination for president, Marco Rubio will win another 6-year term in the United States Senate in the state of Florida. And this comes after he will win another majority against Val Demings this time around, a very strong victory for Marco Rubio once again in the competitive state of Florida, however not so much this time with Marco Rubio as the Republican incumbent. In the state of Illinois, Tammy Duckworth is the projected winner, and she will win another 6-year term in the United States Senate. Alongside that, Chris Van Hollen, another Democratic incumbent, will win his re-election in the state of Maryland and will return to the U.S. Senate, representing his home state. In the state of Missouri, the disgraced former governor Eric Greens, who resigned in 2017, will now come back and become the newest United States Senator from the state of Missouri, this being a hold for the Republican Party, as Eric Greens will be replacing the retiring Roy Blunt in the state of Missouri in the United States Senate. And this comes after Eric Greens has defeated Lucas Kunce with a majority of the vote, a very solid victory for the former governor in the state of Missouri, which will allow him to win his first term in the United States Senate. In the state of New Hampshire, we have a major projection as Kristen Sununu is the projected winner in the state of New Hampshire, defeating Democratic incumbent Maggie Hassan. This is the first flip of the night and a major win for the Republican Party with Kristen Sununu, the incumbent governor who just won re-election in 2020. Kristen Sununu, with 50.5% of the vote, will win a majority in the New Hampshire Senate race against the incumbent Hassan, who only will pick up 46.1% in her re-election after she defeated Kelly Ayotte, the Republican incumbent, in 2016. So Kristen Sununu, a major win for the GOP, as Kristen Sununu delivers the first flip of the night for the Republican Party. In the state of Oklahoma, James Lankford is the projected winner as the Republican incumbent and will return to the United States Senate, winning another 6-year term alongside Jim Inhofe. And finally, in the state of Pennsylvania, Jeff Bartos is the projected winner. This is another major projection that we have to make here for the GOP. This is another hold for them, as Jeff Bartos will be replacing the retiring Pat Toomey. Jeff Bartos is the projected winner in Pennsylvania, defeating Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman. Though John Fetterman put up a very strong fight tonight, Jeff Bartos has come out on top with 48.2% of the vote in the Pennsylvania Senate race, winning his first 6-year term in the United States Senate. And now both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are tied at 41 seats apiece in the United States Senate after our largest poll closing of the night. And it is now 8:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have just one poll closing from the state of Arkansas. In the state of Arkansas, John Boozman is the projected winner as the Republican incumbent. John Boozman will win another 6-year term in the United States Senate. And now the Republicans are now up at 42 seats in the United States Senate after the victory there in the state of Arkansas for John Boozman. And it's now 9 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have our second largest poll closing of the night, with polls closing in the states of Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, New York, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. In the state of Arizona, Mark Kelly is the projected winner, winning his first full 6-year term in the United States Senate, defeating Mark Bronovich. This is, again, another one of the most vulnerable seats of the Democrats up for re-election tonight, but Mark Kelly has defended his seat well and will continue to serve in the United States Senate. Winning a majority of the vote with just 50.1%, Mark Kelly barely wins that majority, but it is definitely enough for him to remain in the United States Senate, representing the state of Arizona. In the state of Colorado, Michael Bennet is the projected winner in his slightly competitive race here in the state of Colorado. The Democratic incumbent will win a 3rd term in the United States Senate. This comes after Michael Bennet will now receive 49.6% according to our projections against Eli Bremer with 45.6%. Although not a majority, it is definitely enough of Michael Bennet to continue to serve the state of Colorado in the United States Senate for another 6 years. In the state of Kansas, Jerry Moran is the projected winner and will return to the United States Senate. John Kennedy of the state of Louisiana will, as well, as he is the projected winner tonight in his Senate race in the state of Louisiana. In the state of New York, Chuck Schumer, the current Senate Majority Leader, which may change after tonight depending on what we see in some of these other states, but the Democratic incumbent in the state of New York will continue to serve alongside Kirsten Gillibrand in the state of New York as the senior senator from the state. In the state of North Dakota, John Hoeven is the projected winner as the Republican incumbent, and John Thune will win his re-election in the state of South Dakota as the Republican incumbent. And finally, in the state of Wisconsin, a major victory for Ron Johnson, as this was one of the most vulnerable Republican seats up for re-election tonight. Ron Johnson will win his re-election and another 6-year term, his third term in the United States Senate. And this comes after Ron Johnson will defeat Mandela Barnes with 48.6% of the vote, a very weak plurality. However, Ron Johnson has won enough votes to win another 6-year term against Mandela Barnes. And after our second largest poll closing of the night, the Democratic Party stands with 44 seats, the GOP up at 47, as the GOP continues to approach 51 seats, the number that they need, while the Democratic Party only needs to hold on to 50 seats, as they do currently control the vice presidency with Kamala Harris. And it's now 10 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have poll closings out of the states of Iowa, Nevada, and Utah. In the state of Iowa, Chuck Grassley will win his 8th term in the United States Senate, representing the state of Iowa. As the Republican incumbent here, Chuck Grassley is the projected winner in his home state, and he will serve another 6 years and come out of this age 95 in 2029. In the state of Nevada, Catherine Cortez Masto is the projected winner, as one of the most vulnerable Democrats in the Senate having to defend their seat this year. Catherine Cortez Masto has come out on top, and she will continue to serve the state of Nevada in the United States Senate. This comes after she is projected to defeat Adam Laxalt with 47.1% of the vote. Catherine Cortez Masto defeats Adam Laxalt in the Nevada Senate race. And finally, in the state of Utah, Mike Lee is the projected winner, as Mike Lee will win another 6 years in the U.S. Senate. And this puts the Democrats up at 45 seats, the Republicans now at 49, as they inch ever closer to that magic number of 51. The Democrats must control 50 if they want to retain control, as they do currently control the vice presidency with Kamala Harris. And it's now 11 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we have 3 poll closings from the West, the states of Washington, Oregon, and California, along with the states of Idaho and Hawaii. So now we have poll closings from the states of California, Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. In the state of California, Alex Padilla is the projected winner after being appointed by Gavin Newsom in 2021 to fill the vacancy left by Kamala Harris. Alex Padilla is the projected winner in the state of California. Furthermore, in the state of Hawaii, Brian Shass, the Democratic incumbent, will also win his re-election here, and so will Mike Crapo in the state of Idaho. Mike Crapo will win his re-election in the state of Idaho. Ron Wyden, another Democratic incumbent very popular in his home state of Oregon, will win his re-election in the state of Oregon. And finally, in the state of Washington, Patty Murray will win a 6th term in the United States Senate. Patty Murray will win another term representing the state of Washington for another 6 years in the United States Senate. And this puts the Democratic Party up at 49, the GOP at 50. The Democratic Party cannot lose the state of Alaska, or else they will lose their control of the United States Senate. And it's at 1 a.m. here on the East Coast, and we have one final poll closing from the state of Alaska that will decide the outcome of the balance of power in the United States Senate. In the state of Alaska, Lisa Murkowski is the projected winner, defeating Kelly Tshibaka, the Trump-endorsed candidate. Lisa Murkowski will win another 6 years in the United States Senate, winning her 5th term in the state of Alaska. And the results here on the final ballot in the ranked choice voting process that they have now used for the very first time, Lisa Murkowski wins 55.2% on the final ballot to Kelly Tshibaka's 44.8%. Lisa Murkowski will win another 6-year term and will return to the United States Senate representing the state of Alaska. And as a result of this, in the United States Senate, the Republican Party has now won control of the United States Senate for the first time since 2021. The United States Senate is now controlled by the Republican Party, who will take control early next year in 2023. This is our official projection here. The Republican Party has now won control of the United States Senate. And taking a look at our election map here, the Democratic Party with 49 seats and the GOP with 51, the Republican Party has officially won control of the United States Senate. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like it down below if you enjoyed it. Comment down below which party you think will win the Senate in 2022. Subscribe to my channel if you have not, and I will see you guys in the next video.